Good Saturday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. Hopefully, everyone has a fantastic Saturday. I'm your host for South Carolina Weather, Just Peterson. Let's go and talk about the weather for your Saturday evening going into your future. Now, looking at the radar right now, nothing going on with the entire state of South Carolina. But if we go on and scroll our way out, we do have some activity going on. We do have some snow, heavy snow going on in New York, northeastern Pennsylvania, also Massachusetts, not Colorado, Connecticut, Vermont, New Hampshire, and then even Michigan as well. We also have some ice, some freezing rain, sleet activity going on in Pennsylvania, as well as some rain activity going on all the way from West Virginia through Kentucky, Virginia, and Tennessee. Moving on over here to the west, we do have some snow activity going on, Colorado, as well as up here inside of Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and Montana as well. Going on over here now to our cloud cover. Cloud cover right now is actually it's pretty clear out there right now. Actually, I mean, you do have some spots where there are some clouds, but overall, it's looking pretty clear, and it looks vastly different from what the models are saying. So honestly, it's a bit interesting. Questioning. It's a bit questioning. But going on over here to our models for the future, though, as you're going to push through tomorrow morning, it's looking to clear up. Actually, a lot better than it looked like this morning. Going on into tomorrow night, still looking clearer than it was. And then going around 36 hours out, this is to Monday morning right here. Cloud cover is looking pretty prominent throughout the entire state. And then going into Monday night, cloud cover is still looking prominent. Here is your current temperature: 64 in Greenville, as well as 66 in Rock Hill, 66 inside of Bennettville, as well as 61 in Myrtle Beach, 62 in Georgetown and Moncks Corner, as well as 68 in Orangeburg, 68 in Barnwell and Fairfax, as well as 64 in Walterboro, 61 in Beaufort, 64 in Savannah, 68 in Augusta, 66 inside of Anderson, and 64 in Greenville. Here's your low temperatures for tonight. Low temperatures is 57 in Greenville, as well as Spartanburg, as well as 56 inside of Rock Hill, 59 inside of Cheraw, as well as 59 in Dillon. We even have 62 in Sumter, 64 in Kingstree, 61 in Georgetown, as well as 60 in Walterboro, 59 in Hilton Head Island, and 58 inside of downtown Charleston. Here is your rain activity, and overall, there is no threat for any sort of real major rain conditions throughout the state. We do have a 0 to 14% chance for pretty much everybody, except for Lawrence and pretty much Oconee County up there inside of South Carolina, or upstate of South Carolina, where it's a bit higher than that, around like a good 15 to 29% chance where some rain is possible. It would be technically very isolated though. So now going on over here towards the MRMS back down here. And we're going to switch from the MRMS over to the models now. We're going to see what the models say as we move through the next 40 or so hours. So go on and push this forward. So as you continue to push this forward, there is some rain activity for around 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning. This morning, some shower downpour activity is possible. But then after that, dry until you get to around 1 to 2 p.m. tomorrow, where some more shower and downpour activity is possible. Low country of South Carolina, Midlands, and even the PD region as well. Maybe even some heavy downpours possible, especially as you go into the evening hours, and then that precipitation actually becomes a lot more prominent as you go into around 1 to 2 o'clock in the morning, going into February the 10th as well. Early in the morning by around even 4 o'clock in the morning, still looking at some prominent shower activity. So that's what we're looking for as we go into our early Monday morning, and Sunday as well. Now going on, let's go on and talk about the future. And when I say future, I mean just for the next, I don't know if you say, for like the next 400 or so hours. So moving on over here to the southeast. Time is in the top right corner of your screen. You go on and push this forward. There's some rain and some shower activity going on February the 9th, February the 12th. comes in, brings some shower activity, also some rain, more rain activity going on through around February the 14th as well. And then continuing on through there, February the 16th, the 17th, still bringing some more rain activity in even the 19th as well. More shower activity is possible there. And then continuing through all the way through February the 22nd, 23rd, more rain activity is possible. And that's pretty much going to wrap that up for the future. As just we're just getting into a wet period now. Our dry period is finally starting to kind of slow down, and I know some people have been looking at models and have been seeing a good amount of precipitation. And I do want to actually go on and talk about that because this has put a lot of people on notice. So let's go 7 days out into the future. And if you move down here towards the southeastern U.S., you can see here South Carolina overall is going to get a good amount of rain, especially if you're in the far upstate of South Carolina, to where you could potentially get 3 to 4. Let me get the guide in there right now. You see right here around 4 or 5 inches possible up there inside the upstate of South Carolina as we move through the next 7 days. And then I'd say around like a good 2 to 3 inches possible for the rest of the upstate Midlands. 1 to maybe even 2 inches of rain possible, and then the coastal region is probably going to get the least amount of rain, but overall more than a half an inch. So definitely looking like some rain could definitely pile up as you get through the next 7 days. If you even go on and look over here, this is 120 hours, so about like the next 4 days. So Thursday, so about like the next 5 days ish or so. It's still showing about a good inch, so I don't really see anything flash flood material. But I mean, it's something that we could have to watch out for. I'm now going on and talking with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Let's see what the audience has to say for tonight. So now over here, you can see that we only have 2 comments tonight. One from my cousin Cher, who says, good evening, or good evening, everyone. Hopefully all is well. I hope you had a wonderful start of the weekend. Weatherman, I'm at work, but I'm listening. Love you, be blessed, Cheryl. Thank you so much for that message. And then Terrell says, hi, Joseph, hello to you. And so that's pretty much going to wrap that up. But one more thing about just the rainfall. Not quite sure about flash flooding, like I said earlier, but heavy rainfall definitely is possible. If flash flooding was to occur, which I think some people have actually brought it up, some people think that flash flooding will occur. And, I mean, if it happened, I wouldn't be too surprised, though. I would not be too surprised. But as of now, it's kind of, we just gotta have to wait a little bit and just see what happens. But going on to push this forward, no rainfall activity expected for the next 30, 40 or so hours throughout San Antonio. Then moving on over here towards the Raleigh, North Carolina region. As you go on and push this forward, seems to look like barely any precipitation is possible until you get to around 10 p.m. tomorrow night, until some shower activity is possible, even going to the early morning hours as well. So now let's go on and check out the temperatures. But before we check out the temperatures real quick, and we let it get itself together, make sure that you go on and hit the like button. Let's see who has hit the like button. We have 4 people in here, and we've had 8 people tune in so far, but only 3 likes. So if you have not hit the like button yet, make sure that you go on and do so. So now going on to push this forward, you have low temperatures in Raleigh at around 40. Oh yeah, this was the night right here to where temperatures will actually rise as the night progresses. So your low temperature is probably like right about now or about like the next hour or so, but after that it's only up in terms of temperatures. But continuing through, high temperatures probably at around 63 tomorrow. Low temperatures tomorrow night, 40, maybe even 39-ish, somewhere around there. Then as you go on and push on over here to San Antonio, here it is right here. You do have low temperatures tonight at around 67, and then high temperatures will actually most likely be actually during the early morning hours until a cold front pushes through and drops temperatures around like a good 8-9 degrees ish, and it will be around 60, maybe even 59 degrees by 2 o'clock. And the low temperatures tomorrow night actually will be around only 52. So even though a cold front moved in, it's still not going to be that cold. And that's pretty much going to wrap that up. No severe weather expected for either location. And so that's going to be it. So hopefully everyone enjoyed the forecast tonight. Let's go on and check out one last thing, and that is the weather.gov website to check out what's going on in the news. In terms of weather, a Pacific storm will bring strong winds, heavy rain, and mountain snow from the Sierras to the Rockies on Friday. The storm will then track east through the Midwest, producing heavy snow from the Dakotas to the Great Lakes on Saturday. An icy wintry mix is expected across the northern mid-Atlantic states Saturday night, and heavy snow will likely impact the Northeast Saturday night into Sunday. So that's what we're looking at there. And some fog possible in Louisiana, same spots down there towards New Orleans. Freezing going on in the west, and seems to be a extreme cold watch where dangerously cold wind chills as low as 45 degrees. 45 degrees is possible. Negative 45 degrees. Negative 45 degrees. So, I don't even remember the last time South Carolina has seen that. I don't even know if we've seen that ever. But negative 45 degrees, that is how cold it will be inside of up there, especially like in Montana, as you move through the next night or so. So that's interesting right there to see. And other than that, that's pretty much going to wrap this up. So let's check out the chat one more time. If you have not voted inside the poll yet, make sure that you want to do so. I asked what was the perfect football weather due to the Super Bowl being tomorrow. Right now, it's tied between bone-chilling temperatures with frost and sunny skies, but snow, rainy conditions, those have not been chosen yet. So I will keep an eye on that. Make sure that if you have not hit the like button or hit the subscribe button, also make sure that you go on and hit the share button as well. That is quicker. It is quicker to do all that than it is through going through Chick-fil-A's drive-thru. And Chick-fil-A's drive-thru Chick-fil-A has one of the best drive-thrus you can ever go in, and it's probably the quickest one as well. So if it's quicker than that, you know that it has to be pretty quick. So it takes like literally 5 to 10 seconds, and it just helps me out. We're almost to 400. We need 2 more, just 2 more people. We are getting closer and closer and closer. So if you have not hit it yet, make sure that you go in and do so. It is free, and you can change your mind at any time. And I will be back tomorrow morning with your Sunday morning forecast update. Everyone have a fantastic rest of your Saturday. How.